that she finished grade school.
Dorothy, do you know that he licked himself in the privacy of his own doghouse?
He won't be any trouble. I'll keep him in my room till I find his owner. You won't even know he's here.
Oh, well, I suppose it's okay, but we're...
Fior Jr. He didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps. He thought scum was beneath him.
You know, I just realized the best reason of all to join this walkathon.
What's that, Ma?
I'd get away from this ditz for a whole day.
How about a nice herring salad sandwich on raisin bread?
Oh, wow, I'm gonna miss my bus.
That bus doesn't leave till... I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Rose, Blanche. Adios, Teach.
Hasta mañana. I wonder if...
The elevator stopped on every floor, and I had to hold my breath all that time. And I finally fainted, and I hit my head, and then I had to stay there because I had a concussion, and I had to hold my breath all the way down in the elevator to the emergency room. Then I had to hold my breath in the X-ray, where they ask you to hold your breath anyway. And then
I have great news.
freezer. Hey, great!
I'll change.
Oh, come on, I'll help you pick out something.
There's nothing left to pick. The only thing I haven't tried on is the bedspread.
Oh, hello, Elliot. Come in.
Hello, Blanche. Dorothy ready?
Oh, I'm afraid she's gonna be a little while.
Rose, honey, can I borrow your golf gloves? I already packed mine.
Only if you promise not to move out.
I cannot promise that.
Then putt with bare hands.
Honey, why don't you just take a sleeping pill?
Oh, I don't like to take pills. I get slap happy and say silly things.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that to happen.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
What do you want?
This is Sophia. Oh, we've just been so anxious to meet you.
Yeah, I'll believe that if you believe the Bahamas story.
You believe it? I went to the Bahamas once.
Oh, yeah? Was it on the Nina, the Pinto, or the Santa Maria?
It was a DC-10. I don't think it had a name.
Hard to say. Depends how late the guys from Miami Vice want to party. Later.
I don't believe that. But then what can I expect? His father's a Yankee. I guess I really should have given him some money.
You should have given him a smack.
I don't believe in hitting children. Trim the hedges, mow the lawn, paint the patio furniture, wash the windows, clean out the garage, scrub the denture cup.
I added that. I hate doing it.
Butts! Anyway, we had a terrible fight about her quitting school. She told me to stay out of her life, and she ran off to Paris to become a model. She swore she would never speak to me again, and she hasn't either till today.
Well, that sounds like it's all in the past now.
Oh, I hope so. I have...
Blanche. Of course I mean it. Look at her. My cab driver would fall in love.
Oh, I'll get it. Harry.
Ah, my pretty
Oh, Harry. Everybody, this is Harry. Harry, this is Rose.
Rose.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
And this is Sophia.
Olga Nielsen? Oh, that's impossible. Olga always bowls with her twin sister, Sonia.
That was before Olga found out Sonia's been sleeping with her boyfriend, Lars. And not telling him he had the wrong sister. Oh, Rose Madden, I can't wait to whoop your butt. I mean, there are no holes in it.
I know.
That's because they're all in your head. Now listen, I cannot live in a house with a gun.
Dorothy, don't overreact. Rose, good. You get a gun, you kill him.
Kill him, we'll have a dead gardener. Now listen, Rose, this has gone too far.
More finesse. Boy, she's really cranky.
And you don't want to know why.
Dorothy, I just had a great idea. Why don't you become my assistant?
Oh, Rose, forget it. I don't want to get involved in sports with you. No, Rose, you're...
Dorothy, according to the rules of etiquette, you should never wait more than 20 minutes for a date.
She's already waited 6 months for a date. What's another half hour?
I hate blind dates. You know, Ma, I never would have agreed to this if it wasn't your best friend Edna's good-looking doctor nephew.
Oh, he wasn't available anymore.
And he told me to dress him.
And?
And I dressed him. And then we had a fight. I grabbed a pair of white pants, and I was putting them on him, and Charlie said it was after Labor Day, and he couldn't wear one.
In the middle of a heart attack? You know, you told me that I'm your favorite.
Please, what favorite? Are you kidding? I thought I was dying. Favorite?
You staying with us, Sophia?
Unless there's a bidding war with the neighbors.
Well, even if we lose, at least I'll be close by.
Don't worry. There won't be any trouble. They'll all stay in my room.
Oh, Ma, 3 people in one bed? What'll the Boscos say?
If you're throwing a goat, they'll say this is...
Morning. Oh, you've already got breakfast ready. Becky and I were up till all hours talking. You know, my daughter and I haven't had a talk like that since ever.
Must have been fun.
Oh, yeah, we did each other's hair and laughed and laughed.
I can see why.
What else is on your list, Dorothy?
I wanted to entertain people.
Oh, you an entertainer?
Well, yes. I was in the drama club. I was also voted the most humorous girl in my class.
She went to a special school for the dull.
I did not.
Okay, it's time.
Gloria tells me you're going to go live with her.
That's right. I think it's best.
Well, isn't that kind of a fast decision?
Why, you think I'm making a mistake?
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, you know, not if you think it's best.
What do you think?
Well, I can understand why you'd want to live with her. I mean, she can...
She just can't.
She's a grown woman, Rose. She can do anything she wants.
But why is she leaving? Isn't she happy
Well,
here?
I guess she thinks she'll be happier with Gloria.
Well, what about us? Who's going to keep after us and make us linguini and tell us stories about Sicily?
I don't know, Rose. Maybe Mary Poppins has an Italian cousin. Friday night, we're planning on having dinner at Joe's Stone Crab.
Oh?
Hey, it's your wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah, right. Sounds nice.
Ma, you didn't forget, did you?
Oh, forgive me. I forgot something. Maybe you should ship me back to Shady Pines. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the living room being the cue.
I've been going through a very tough time lately.
And we're concerned, Blanche. Jealous and concerned.
You haven't drowned yourself in young men since this time last year, when you brought those twins home from the Jimmy Smith's look-alike contest.
Oh, yeah. Jorge and Esteban. Romantic Bellas. When I went to trade it in, they only offered me half the Blue Book price. I need the whole amount to put down on my new car, so that's why I tried to sell it to you. But I can't go through with it. I cannot sell you that car.
You can't sell it to anyone. Somebody stole it. What? Somebody stole it?
Very nice, Rose. That pile grabbed that lit torch and turned to that crowd and said, "What are you people doing? This is lunacy. You start a fire from the bottom." Lady in Boca Raton. It's the only one.
And somebody told me he just bought a farm. Oh, my God, what'll I say to her?
That he died in the bed of an idiot.
You tell the truth.
Well, I can't tell her the truth. I can't tell her where he died.
Dorothy, he's perfect for you. He knows your shoe size and he doesn't care.
It's late. Why didn't somebody wake me up?
Because the last time I walked into your bedroom unannounced, some guy missed the trampoline and almost killed me.
That is exactly the kind of thing I don't want.
He committed suicide?
In a manner of speaking, he'd have died whether he'd been here or not.
I'm so glad. Not that he's dead. I know. I just had to tell you, you had nothing to do with it. Thank you. And if he had to die...
One of the toughest guys in my high school. He smoked, he drank, he made those rude noises under his armpit. I was totally in love with him. And when he asked me to go to the senior prom, I was thrilled. Oh, when I came down the stairs all dressed, Ma, how do you remember all this?
I tagged him for migratory purposes.
Dorothy, come on, the auction needs you. The children need you. Please, won't you reconsider?
Oh, all right. It's only one night. I'll go, but I'll tell you, I really hate this.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. That balloon man couldn't have been that terrible.
That's it. I'm out of here.
For all of us to be here.
You're right. Bye, Dorothy.
Don't go. I want you all to hear this. I lied about the money. I didn't squander it on bad investments. I couldn't have. He didn't leave me any to begin with.
Mother, what are you telling me?
Ah, what's the difference? You get to see Kevin Costner's buns in both of them.
Well, maybe I can't teach Steve anything about the game, but I can encourage him and give him a shot of self-esteem. You know, some people are great artists, some are great musicians. I have but one talent.
My dresser.
Who's back?
O.J. Simpson, Rose. The rat is back.
He's not a rat. He's a mouse.
He is history. I'm calling the exterminator.
Oh, no, Dorothy, don't do that. I'll talk to him.
But you'll talk to the exterminator?
No, the mouse. I can communicate with animals.
No, I just have to tell you all about it later.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. Imagine landing herself a doctor and she still wants to finish college.
That should give them something to talk about. Well, I'm off. If you need something to keep you occupied tonight, Rose, why don't you take out a good book and see if you can find Waldo?
I've never liked her.
Rose, tell me, how long have you been standing here?
Dorothy, I heard you talking to that little mouse. It was beautiful.
I wasn't talking to a mouse.
Yes, you were. I saw you.
I was kidding.
Oh, Dorothy, it's nothing to be ashamed of. There are only a few of us privileged to have the gift to communicate.
Didn't know.
I have this recurring fantasy. Take me, Alex, take me now, I tell him. And he says to me, Blanche, in the form of a question.
Wow, what a tough day. I really need somebody. Station. I usually listen to WXDC, All Talk Radio, but this morning a little voice told me to turn the dial, so I did, and I tuned in right in the middle of this contest. They were looking for the 12th caller. Well, 12 has always been my lucky number, so I pulled over and I got my change ready. I always keep 2 dimes.
Today it's my turn to choose, and we are not watching another girl.
You are undoubtedly the meanest sick person I've ever met. Not to mention the most unattractive.
Girls, why do we have to watch TV anyway? There are plenty of other fun things we could do. We could play cards.
Excuse me, we're supposed to have reservations for the second show. The name is Devereaux.
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I don't seem to have you listed.
Oh, well, maybe it's under the name of Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth? Mm-hmm. You not here to see Big Daddy Hollingsworth?
Yes, we are.
I'm sorry, you just met...
You knew them that same day. But after I saw what I had to choose from, you seemed like a gift from heaven. You wouldn't believe some of the people I interviewed. Well, I think that about completes our tour, Madame Zelda. Anything else I can tell you about the place?
Yes.
Was a young woman in a nurse's uniform murdered in this house with a handsaw?
Heavens, no!
Are you sure? I'm getting a very strong vibration. I see a woman in a white uniform writhing and screaming, and there's a man kneeling over her.
Well, if it was last Wednesday, that was me and the gentleman I'm currently dating, but...
Excuse me, you made a mistake. Those peaches aren't 59 cents a pound, they're 89 cents. Honesty is the best policy.
What are you trying to do, Rose? Qualify for some kind of scout badge?
Well, I can't help it if I'm an honest person. Obviously something you don't know anything about.
What are you talking about?
When you bought pantyhose.
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh, I never grew a beard.
You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you,
Just so worried about the poor little thing. I just can't sleep at all. You know, I'm such a lover of animals.
well, she could be in a coma. Put a man within 5 miles, she'd roll over and shave her legs.
And then, you gotta love this. Dom DeLuise takes me by the arm and insists I tell Bert the story.
Sophia, I don't want to hear any more about it.
Not even the part when Bert and Dom insisted I repeat the story to Lonnie Anderson?
Dorothy's Bornak. This was the most bizarre evening I've ever spent with a man.
Including the time with the highlight team from Nicaragua?
She said one man. That was the most bizarre evening she ever spent with a team.
Those sandwiches, I am starving.
They're bacon, lettuce, and potato.
Step out of those, the sun's coming up.
Why do we have to leave so early?
Because yesterday we ended up with a crummy location.
Well, then shouldn't we have dry ice or something to keep these cold till lunchtime?
Are you crazy? We should charge them extra for a hot lunch. Life's a living hell. If I wasn't fighting for a warm blanket, I was fighting for food. If I wasn't fighting for food, I was fighting for the shuffleboard equipment. I just threw that in to see if you were paying attention. Anyway, the storm broke, and through the mist and the haze, I saw the beautiful lady.
Margaret, you're from Atlanta.
Well, that's right.
That child over there is trying to steal my daddy away. She's no better than a tick on a slow-moving hound dog.
Why is everyone around here talking like Burl Ives? I'll get it.
Atlanta must be a lovely city. Have they really?
If you can even think of marrying someone else, there's only one reason. You're in love.
I know Mama's dying. Hurt you quite a bit.
Yes, it did. But I'm talking about Margaret. Her husband died 2 years ago, shortly after your mama.
I didn't know.
She loved...
Stick around a while.
Get rid of him.
I think he's coming down with the flu.
Who cares?
Don't explain, Rose. I used to live with a couple of bitches myself.
Dance floor in the garden area, Isaac. I know how you love to dance.
I do? Well, then let's have at it.
See what I mean?
Yeah, listen, Rose, before you go,
We'll be back in just a little while.
You can't get rid of me, Sophia. I won't give up until I make you mine.
Here, hold this. It wasn't my fault. We were backing down the driveway, and Sophia told me I ran over Mrs. Stouffer.
and you believed her.
Well, I had to check. Last week I did pin her and her walker to the fence on a wide right turn. I'll get my shopping list. I have your shopping list.
Good,
Come
then
on.
everyone is happy. Right. Get out of our lives and get out of our town right now.
Oh, hi, Dorothy.
Well,
What's all that stuff?
Well, I know how down in the dumps we've both been since Rose moved out, so I thought I'd buy us a little something to cheer us up.
Oh, how sweet of you.
I know. This is for me. This is for me. This is for me.
Piper.
Dorothy, that's silly. I bet they have only nice things to say about you.
Rose, I wasn't serious. I know babies can't talk.
Oh, yes, they can. It's just that they're only understood by other babies. And, of course, advanced civilization's far, far away.
Like where?
Here, Emily.
I must say, it's a lot nicer having a baby wake you up than a garbage man.
I never slept with a garbage man. I wouldn't know.
There's 90 years of mother here, and you can't keep the kid quiet.
What do you think she needs, Sophia?
A chin.
My babies don't have chin.
Blanche, I just heard on the radio 2 killers escaped from a Georgia State Penitentiary.
So?
So, they could be headed here.
Honey, they escaped in Georgia. Why on earth would they come to Miami?
For the same reason we did.
Eligible men?
Okay.
Oh, no, the power lines must be down.
That's just great. I got 10 pounds of fresh clams in the refrigerator.
Told me I was the only woman in your life.
You've insulted my sister's honor.
I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you what to say. Say ouch! Say that hurt! Say please stop hitting me!
So the two of you just...
Black as ripe olive, skin as smooth and creamy as fresh butter, hair flaming red like a rich marinara sauce.
Ma, that's not you. That's your lasagna recipe.
Shut up. Anyway, I was the most gorgeous girl in the village, and I could have my pick of...
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. And Dr. Gordon W. Taylor obviously looked at it with desire in his eyes. Why else would he ask me out for Friday night?
So you canceled the surgery for a date?
Well, it wasn't just any old date. It was a date with a plastic surgeon, Rose. Beauty is his stock and trade. He can create any face, any body he wants.
I should submit his story in the district contest.
I think you should. Oh, he's a very special kid, Dorothy.
Oh, he really is. I'm just crazy about him. He wants so much to learn. You know, he gets this look in his eyes when he's listening to me. You don't see that look very often. I think that look is the whole reason that teachers...
And do whatever Lars wanted. Lars agreed, and it worked. I mean, it always works, so won't you give it a try, Blanche, please?
All right, I will, but not right now. I'm late for my date. Dorothy, I'm just going to grab those earrings. I'll see y'all later.
Oh, I better go see if I can help her.
Rose, listen, I'm going to ask a question that I know what they are.
I have to go tomorrow.
Then I'll do it myself. And we'll get you back here, I promise. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you, too.
Now listen, I want you to keep up with your homework and you write to me and tell me how you're doing.
I will. I'll never...
Not compatible.
You mean he's not good enough for you?
No,
Blanche.
I don't. No, I don't. I mean, if we were to stay together, eventually our differences would turn us against each other. And I care too much for him to let that happen.
You're lucky you have a choice. My marriage was arranged. I had no say in the matter.
You mean you didn't pick Pop?
He didn't pick me either.
Cocoa? With little marshmallows.
Marshmallows, Rose, you trollop.
Dorothy, what kind of guy would you like the second time around?
Somebody to get old with. When they're little, you protect them from the bullies on the playground, and later you suffer with them through acne and puppy love.
And the first date and the first time alone in a car, finally they meet someone who will love them and take care of them, and they don't need you anymore.
Experimenting with something new, but it didn't work out.
Dorothy, he's only trying to do his job. It can't be very pleasant for him either.
Actually, as far as stakeouts go, it's kind of nice here.
I thought you couldn't hear with those things on.
There's some things about Salvador I still have trouble talking about. Of course, other things I'm not allowed to talk about unless I want the Scarpoli family to put out a contract on me. Hey, I made up that last part, trying to lighten the moment.
$1,000 prize is going to be mine. When I was younger, I was known as the dancing fool.
How old were you when they dropped the dancing pen?
Yowza, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third...
So am I can't believe you lied to me.
Well, now, don't be too hard on her, Rose. Although she may have been doing it for the wrong reason, at least the decision was right, because baby is better off here. But why are y'all looking at me like I'm a murderer? I tell you, this pig is dying because he's old and sick. Now, I refuse to...
Thanks a lot for leaving me home. Lucky I found this nice German kid who flew me to Red Square. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're dying to hear my act, so I'll get right to it. I just flew in from Miami, and boy, I gotta tell you, you're...
No, I mean right here. Oh, my God. My backside is spread all across the front page. How could they do that?
They probably used a wide-angle lens.
If I'd known I was being photographed, I would... Just what are you trying to imply?
Slut trash. Now, girls, settle down before you say something you'll both regret.
You know what her problem is?
I've just never known how to turn him off. You tell him, Dorothy.
I would, Blanche, but remember, we just want to turn him off, not drain the sex drive completely out of him.
You know, I've always...
Now might be a good time to let him down
A cab is waiting, Sven. Will you come?
Blanche, I've done some thinking. I could never make you happy.
If you could never make her happy, good luck with the lean, mean...
Audit people. It doesn't mean there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Oh, that's too bad. Pass the meatballs.
Dorothy, I take total blame for this. I know it's a bummer, but no matter what comes down, we're in this together, babe. Of course, I won't know until we actually reconstruct our finances, but the way I figure it, we probably have to pay a small fee.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Unless we
for a gift. This is the receipt for the diamond ring that you gave me on our 38th wedding anniversary.
I know.
You spent $2,500 on me?
You know, folks, I've been at this job almost 4 years now, and in that short time, I can honestly say that I have never seen such an inept, clumsy, downright stupid attempt to avoid paying income tax.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
I feel like I've known him all my life. I talked to him about Charlie. I talked to him about St. Olaf. I talked to him about my family. I talked to him about my animal friends. I talked to him about life on the farm.
If that man didn't get a medal in the war, he sure as hell deserves one now.
Wait a minute. Did she just...
steal money out of his wallet while he's in the shower?
We've agreed to keep our finances separate. He insisted on it.
Well, that's good at least.
He even suggested that since we'll need a bigger place to live, I should give him my half of the money now before I even get there, so that it'll be our place, not his, right from the start.
Down to the market for some cookies and bean dip. Oh, hell, I'll just take the damn thing off in the car.
Oh, Blanche, I'm glad you're here. I have something to tell you.
What is that you're holding?
Oh, I bought a new gown.
Oh, decide I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine.
Do I look like Maury Heseltine?
A little around the eyebrows. But that's not the point. I've got to make sure I have the perfect gag before I spring it on him. Oh, I'm sorry, pussycat. No hard feelings?
Oh, okay, Ma. No hard feelings.
Explode.
I knew it.
And then I put them away. I wanted more softness, more sweetness. So I went to my sketches of Rose.
You mean that's me up there?
No.
Who is it?
It is all of you. The answer...
I will have the for whom the stuffed bell pepper tolls.
And I'll have a turkey sandwich on Catcher the Rye bread with a side order of George Bernard slaw.
You know, Barbara, I've really come to value our friendship, and that's why I feel I can talk to you about something that's been bothering me.
Feel free.
That signals the end of the trivia lightning round. The blue team leads with 400 points, while the green team trails with a big fat 0. We'll be right back to take a spin on the big money wheel right after this commercial message.
This thing, they renewed their marriage vows. You two should do that. You've got a priest right here. It'd be perfect. It's sweet, it's romantic, it's spontaneous. It's the dumbest idea I've ever had.
I think it's a great idea.
What?
Of course not.
Of course not. I'm strictly cheerleaders, wild parties, and hot tubs.
Hey, Stan, before I forget, a deal's a deal. Here's your 50.
That's okay, Sophia. This one's on the house.
I remember it so well, just like it was yesterday. That night under the dogwood trees, the air thick with perfume, and me with Billy. Or Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, it was Bobby. Or was it Ben?
Talking about all the times we've shared.
It brought back a lot of great memories. Ma, I wouldn't be the same without you.
No.
Hey, don't over-dramatize. Things aren't so terrific around here. The hell they're not. Things are terrific around here!
Accentuates the many folds of that turkey-like neck.
Well, that may be, but the pearls draw attention to the non-existent bosom.
In my behind.
So what was so disturbing?
Well, I woke up and I'd only gotten to sleep with Steve Gutenberg. I'm not even sure who he is. What are y'all doing up?
I just couldn't sleep.
Me too. Besides, spending all your time with Sophia isn't really helping her, Dorothy. She needs to get out there and meet her own friends.
I'm not going. She needs me.
Dorothy, please give this thing you're doing some thought. Raymond is such a great guy, and he's been more than reasonable.
And he's the only man who hasn't dumped you after the first date. And
I'll get it. Oh, hello there.
Is Sophia home?
Oh, hi, Duncan.
Hi, Sophia. The rest of the gang's waiting in the car. I'll take your suitcase.
Ma, you're really going, aren't you?
I try to tell you.
We had a perfect evening.
Oh, that is beautiful.
But isn't it a shame you didn't look behind the tree the first time? You could have had two.
Look, I don't care what anyone thinks. Lorraine and I are getting married, and that's final.
Lorraine, you marry him and you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Come on, girls.
Michael, you're making a very big mistake.
It's my life, Mom.
We can't let them go through with it.
Dorothy, they're adults.
I really think you're old.
Dorothy, how's the show going?
Terrible, but better than 30-something.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wasn't that fun, boys and girls?
Oh, hit the bottle, hit the bottle.
Meanwhile, we really should get going.
Yeah, well, I'll call you next week, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, sweetheart.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, right.
Looking more handsome than I've ever seen him. Oh, black motorcycle boots, skin tight Levi's, a match in his mouth, and a white t-shirt with the sleeves rolled up to reveal his brand new Woody the Woodpecker tattoo. And I'll smile.
Oh, Ma, that was very sweet.
Just lovely, Sophia, can you ever forgive me for all those ugly things I said?
Of course I can. It was said in the heat of battle.
You know, if I had it all to do over again, I'd let you have Fidel.
Oh, you're so generous.
Does not want us to say a word about this to anyone until we hear from him again. Not a word. Is that understood?
Yes. I thought I heard voices in here. What you girls doing?
Oh, nothing. We're just sitting talking.
Dorothy! Dorothy!
Thing.
Spill it, Ma.
I'm scared. I'll do anything you say.
Where is the jacket, Ma?
I gave it to the guy from the thrift shop.
You what?
Let's go. We've got to get down there before they sell
What's
it.
the big deal? It's only a
That's a great idea. I bet I could use a little friendly persuasion on that gentleman.
Persuasion? Hell, this isn't for dinner at the Rainbow Room. This is for 10 big ones. Give him whatever he wants. Sorry, I guess I just didn't realize how much I wanted that money.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Congressman.
Pines Retirement Home. Except here, the lights and the exit sign work.
What's our plan, Dorothy?
What is this, Mission Impossible? Do I look like Peter Graves?
You could if you'd put a rinse in your hair and wear a lighter shade of lipstick like I think.
Here, I'll tell you what our plan is. Now, there's $10,000.
Oh, sure. Do I look like a man who's about to do it for the third time? Get married, I mean.
Very handsome. Have you lost weight?
No, I'm wearing a girdle. Is Sophia going to make it to the wedding?
She's not quite up to it, but she sends her regards.
Still can't understand why he hasn't even approached the subject of, you know, sex. I mean, not that I'm in a hurry or anything, but we have been dating a while now.
Oh, honey, sometimes you have to stoke a man's fire a little bit. Words of...
Oh, Rose, I'm having a wonderful time. You're a lot of fun to be with.
Oh, I'm having a good time, too. I don't think I've had this much fun since I was a little girl back in St. Olaf. I remember once when I was about 10. Boy, there is nothing more frustrating than waiting for one of these suckers to rise, and it just won't. That's no reflection on you.
I know why you...
Life is Roberta.
Sure, rub my nose in it.
Morning, Blanche. You're up early.
Well, I'm making a list of things to do with our little pals. I just hope I'm good at it.
Well, with all that enthusiasm, I'm sure...
Rose, there's something you know that you're not telling me.
You can ask me all the questions you want. You'll never break me.
So you're not in love with this Eddie guy?
Oh, no, Ma.
Then why are you spending all your time with him?
Eddie's a love machine?
We are over. There is nothing wrong with my relationship with Eddie, and if my mother can't buy it, I am very sorry. It is her problem.
Oh, Oh, just getting in? Listen, if you three are just going to use this place days, would you mind if I got one of those medical emergency beepers? I'd feel terrible if you came home one morning and found me on the doorstep instead of the Miami Herald.
Well, pardon me, Dorothy, but we can't all come from places as socially acceptable as Brooklyn.
I'm sorry, Blanche, I'm sorry. Just go on with the story. Just try to shy away from words like tarnation and...
Beloved brother, Fluffy.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Rose.
Oh, give us some credit. The woman has never told a lie in her life. Nobody does it great the first time.
Look, the truth is, I can't stop tonight because I'm afraid. I don't know if I can. Oh, Dorothy.
Listen, this is not just gonna go away, Rose.
I know. But I think the first step is for me to make that call.
Any sign of Rose?
Not yet.
You know, Dorothy, I'm a little nervous. I mean, Rose was on those pills for 30 years. Now, if 1 month in the hospital has really helped her kick the habit, she may not be the same Rose we know. I mean, she may be an entirely different person. I know because it happened.
Much more attractive than most of the women I come in contact with.
Most of the women you come in contact with dead?
What I was talking about is us. Would you consider going out with me?
What about Black?
Another slice of cheesecake, Blanche?
Oh, I really shouldn't.
I mean, what I'm gonna do? Lately, you've been eating like a bird.
Yeah, Rodin. That into a stone tablet, but it sounds serviceable at this hour.
Oh, thanks a lot, Sophia. Good night.
Hold it, Rose. I need some advice, too.
You need advice from me?
Yeah, frightening, isn't it? It's about Dreyfus.
You were a lesbian.
Yvonne, we want to join a gym.
Well, what kind of exercise are you interested in?
Oh, nothing radical. Just lose a few pounds.
Tone up.
Yeah, slim down.
Get into my summer wardrobe.
Get into my winter wardrobe.
Get into my bathrobe. I said go on.
Give him a break. He barely got it out once with a straight face.
What about me? Could I be a goddess too?
No. You are an Earth Mother. Sweet.
Out of the air duct of the Starship Enterprise.
What?
Ladies, it's time. Time for the unveiling of another Eduardo masterpiece. Sit back. Feast your eyes. And meet...
Oh, girls, we can't do this. Now, remember the party. It's 2 weeks from Saturday.
No, it isn't. This year, Phyllis moved it to Sunday.
Then we have an extra day. We can worry about our bodies tomorrow.
I'll get the plates.
I'll get the fork.
I'll get the hot fudge.
I'll get the...
You? She's outside. She's bartering with the cabbie, you know. Imagine a man who would take cash over a rooster.
Well, tell us now, what brings you all to Florida?
Well, we are here to take our daughter back to Sicily for her wedding.
Yeah, but Gina came with you.
Gina is not our...
Just because a hospital vending machine screws up a lousy cup of coffee doesn't mean that the hospital did anything wrong. Oh, sure, a mistake like getting two babies mixed up makes the headlines. But the point is, statistics back me up. Hospitals are remarkably efficient institutions. I mean, seriously.
Every time the teacher turned her back, little Debbie Tansey did something she shouldn't. Of course, her mother was the same way every time her father turned his back. The woman was a real tramp.
Yeah. But you digress.
Right. So there's Debbie putting gum in your hair, hiding your lunch, stealing your...
Ma, when you said you forgot your keys and you went back into the waiting room, you got the results of the test, didn't you?
What if I did?
Let me see the lab results, Ma.
Mrs. Petrillo to you.
Then I'm not your daughter.
Gotcha, Dorothy. It was just a shopping list. You have absolutely no sense of humor. Just like your Uncle Vito. At least I think he was your Uncle Vito. Kidding, just kidding.
Sophia, did you come to bail us out?
No, Rose. She's dropping off a manicotti with a file in it.
Oh, girls, we're going to get to see Mr. Burt Reynolds after all. I thought these beautiful tickets were all going to go to waste.
So, which one of you isn't going?
Well,
I'm sorry, then you must be... Oh, Dorothy! Right, of course. Okay, we have Dorothy here. Right. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dorothy, but there was something I had to take care of.
That's all right.
A famous person. Very, very famous.
She has a debilitating disease.
And it has a name. I am thrilled.
We all are.
Well, of course. Congratulations. Champagne it is.
I can't tell you what a relief it is to just be sick, not...
Now it's a celebration.
Ah, there you are. Ma, I scheduled the appointment for your checkup. Ma, you know you have to have a physical. What do you want me to do? Take you to court? Have you declared incompetent?
I'm not incompetent. Once, when I laughed too hard, I had a little accident in Oxford.
Oh, then he'd laugh, and I'd laugh. Sometimes even the horse would laugh.
With them or at them?
Ma.
You know what you should do? Call what's his name. Has a nice ring to it. Go get him, pussycat. Just remember, you and I come as a package.
Hi. Sweetheart, I am so excited.
Oh?
It's just that Why can't you people see that there's another point of view? Now get away from here. We've got work.
And I'll go!
Decorations in Macy's window, the show at Radio City, skaters on the ice at Mitsubishi Center.
In the old days on Christmas Eve, we used to go to midnight mass. Remember, Dorothy?
Sure I do. Oh, Ma, the music I had. And Ma, I cannot believe how many there are. I mean, just listen to this, right here on page 187. The faucet is dripping. I know it's going to keep me up all night. Then I'll be tired from my crummy job tomorrow. Life is a swirling eddy of despair.
They laugh, they sing, they slam down a few Boilermakers. Shortly afterwards, he's arrested for showing her how he can hold his palate without using his hands. But I digress.
I should have known this was going to happen. You should never work with friends. You're fired.
You can't fire me. That's against the law. That's sex discrimination.
Oh, well, I'll give you one more chance. Wait a minute. How is it once she gave out donuts and coffee to the doughboys before they boarded the trains for Europe? It works, truly. She said no one can be scared when they hear that song. Except maybe the Kaiser.
I don't need a song. I just want to be young and beautiful and healthy again.
Blanche, that's what we...
Hey, Dorothy, guess who's on Johnny Carson tonight?
Who?
Johnny Carson.
Must be the anniversary show. Rose, what's that supposed to be?
A flab stimulator. The only way to prevent the eruption was for me to crawl through their legs up the volcano while they gave me my birthday wax. Well, and you're not going to believe this. It turns out they weren't Druid priests at all. Just a bunch of Shriners looking for a good time. I can beat that too.
Oh, wow.
No, I can't. That's pretty bad. Oh, that felt good. It's been a bad week.
It'll get better. We weren't.
Oh, I hope she can forgive us.
She will. That's what she does best. You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. How can I be high and mighty about my friendship with you when I can't do Rose the simple favor of keeping her out of trouble? What I have to do is remember you for the person you are.
And believe me, it works. I mean, men find her very attractive.
You mean males?
No, I mean men.
Blanche, I need you to take me to the eye doctor. It's time for a new prescription.
I thought Dorothy was taking you.
I don't know any Dorothy.
She's your daughter, Sophia. It's an ancient Scandinavian midnight snack.
I guess after a night of pillaging and raping, a Viking wants a little something to go with his cocoa.
Well, the smell got awful.
Yeah, just when you're about ready to throw up from the stench, that's when they're done. Who wants some?
Rose,
The hell you talking about?
Blanche and I read Rose's diary.
And she wrote some terrible things about us in there.
About you? I didn't write anything about you. I didn't even know you when I kept that diary.
What are you talking about?
That was my 4-H diary. I kept it one summer when I raised 2 pigs for the county fair.
Girls, this nightgown is so sheer, I believe you can see right through it. Hello, Fidel.
Hello, Blanche. How are you?
You don't have cataracts, you tell me.
Beat it, you 50-year-old mattress.
Bergen plots successfully matched a bull with a duck. And how their daughter was a bulldog who ran a small tattoo parlor in Congo. Honey, what's the matter?
Doorbell.
Morning, Miss Bornak. Can we come in?
Well, I don't know, Kevin. Can you?
Dorothy, good grief, there's nothing to worry about. I'm sure he's just trying to hold up his insurance company. There's nothing wrong with that man's back.
How can you tell?
Because I know the crooked walk of man when his back has been injured. I cannot tell you how many men I have seen limp out of my bedroom.
Ooh, I'm so scared. What is she gonna do, take away my self-denial privileges?
Ma!
Pussycat, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just missed you and wanted to say hi and see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. 10-day celibate.
Hi, sir, I do believe you're jealous.
1 tweak is cute, Rose. 2 is don't do it again. I'm sorry for the tone, but I am a little bit cranky and tense for all the obvious reasons. Look, something is wrong. Now, are you seeing another man? And don't...
Oh, get in here, you. Oh, I've missed you, Ted.
I missed you too.
I just have so much to tell you about, how good I feel about us and how much I was worried that you being in a wheelchair would be more than I could handle. But you know what?
Okay, worse, you won't be barren. And you know what else, Goldfine? That sandwich I gave you yesterday, it was ham.
Yeah, what is it?
Gladys wants to take a man to Tony Bennett in my place.
Oh, Sophia, calm down, honey. It's all right if you want to drop your girlfriend because a man asked.
Your pop sure made everyone laugh when he made the little feet dance.
Rose, Rose, how did your date go?
Oh, Dorothy, you were absolutely right. It was better than I could have dreamed.
Oh, perfect. I know my every move.
Look, these people are up way too late. This party's over. Everybody back to bed. Let's go.
I danced tonight. First time in 25 years.
Mr. Lewis, you can speak. How come you haven't spoken before?
No one was listening. Not until you got here.
I've been here. Could have spoken.
Every couple of weeks, you bring a little class to Bushman's place.
Why, Mel Bushman, are you saying you love me?
Yeah. I love you. I love you the way we are now. But, sweetheart, you start with relationships and love, and I gotta put on a tie twice a week to eat food I can't even see.
They are the stupidest birds. Any mail for me?
No.
No condolence cards?
Oh, come on. You said the exact same things to me before you took me to Shady. I'll go pretty up.
Rose?
Melissa, I know you're just a little girl, but this is the point where you're supposed to stop me and say, I love you, don't go.
Why?
Well, because you're from the South, honey. It's just good manners.
Of course I still love you. You're my grandma. I'm just...
Let me guess, New Jersey?
Rose, I can't pretend, even on New Year's Eve. The truth is, I recently lost my beloved wife. She's gone. And it's on nights like this.
Natural things, hard to believe, strange things that do happen.
Probably more than any of us knows. What do you say we throw a sheet over our heads and go scare Rose?
Right. You never leave home without it.
Blanche, I'm not sure. Miles has never given me the slightest reason to distrust
I am totally vulnerable, taking a chance. I am so proud of me. You know, that would have devastated the old me. But the new me?
Really? I haven't noticed anything unusual. Oh, you filthy pig. Okay, I admit the dirty note was a little...
As blue as the Mediterranean in summer.
No, I've been warned if I cross them, they'll stay that way.
Or that your lips are as luscious as red raspberries in fall.
I love raspberries.
Or that your fragrance, oh my God, your fragrance.
Blanche, you were having sex till you were 92. Ooh. And Dorothy, you met somebody who couldn't keep his hands off you.
Maybe we ought to let...
When I sleep with Lucas, I'm not alone. There's this phantom of you there, and he has the haunts of his prior relationships, and, well, I can't pretend you're not a part of me.
So what are you saying? You slept with this guy?